Oh, Tyler Algier is inactive. And Laviska is inactive for the Panthers. I don't know. That's big news, though. I think it might just be they didn't want to start him. I think Damian Williams is the guy. Damian Williams on that team, right? Finally live. Why do our faces look so? Why does my face look so distorted? I don't know. Looks a little wonky. Like the color in general looks a little fucked, but not bad. Yeah, like your face looks all fucking dark and splotchy, and my face looks bright as fuck. Damn lighting. Yeah, you need one of those little circle lights. Get yourself looking all pretty. Nothing, bro. Get dunked on. Dude, I gotta check my lineups, see if I don't think I have Algier or Laviska in any of them, but check the volume too. Make sure our volume's right. But check the volume too. Make sure our volume's right. But yeah, you're loud as hell on my in my ears. I mean, I don't know about on the actual stream, but just in general. I turned down my volume. Should be better. So many kinks to work out on a Sunday morning. Should be better.
Yeah.
So many kinks to work out on a Sunday morning. Should be better. All right, what do we got here? So many kinks to work out on a Sunday morning. Should be better. All right, what do we got here? So many kinks.
God, I just kept replaying the same sound effect in my ear. I unmuted the stream and it was just like it kept doing it over and over again because I think it was picking up what was getting played over. It was weird, man. Kept doing it over and over again because I think it was picking up what was getting played over. It was weird, man. Kept doing it over and over again because I think it was
interesting. Tyler Algier gonna be the winner. It's my only team where I have him.
Gonna be the winner.
Oh, I was playing him. All right, gotta pull him from the lineup. Let's see, who do I put instead? I mean, I think I'm just playing Cedric fucking Wilson. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'll go Evan Ingram.
Cedric fucking Wilson. Think this is a good title, bro, or should I change the title?
This title.
Assistance. Fantasy Football Assistance Week 1. Questions answered.
Lineup help. Something like that.
So should I get rid of assistance then? Probably lineup help week 1.
Lineup analysis. I don't know.
I mean, let's be real. Who's typing analysis on the YouTube?
Me. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, player? All right, man. Dude, finally back to the season. We got getting involved bright and early.
Yeah, we decided to change the schedule like an hour back because 2 hours was just a little much.
Little much, wasn't it?
Just a little much.
All right, so we got Ramondre Stevenson, Mike Davis, Cordell Patterson, and Rashad Penny. Pick 2.
I mean, Penny's for sure in there.
Penny's in there, yeah. He's in there like swimwear.
Although the Broncos are probably going to be kind of a tough defense, but he should just get the whole workload. So,
So Mike Davis makes me nervous because it's going to be like him and Kenyon Drake, I feel like, going back and forth. And then you also got Lamar Jackson back, who's going to take up a lot of the running. So he should be the main guy, but there's a lot of questions there. And then with Cordarrelle Patterson, they just said that a few minutes ago that Mike Allgeier's not playing. So it's pretty much going to be the Cordarrelle, and then what? Damian? Is Damian?
I think it's Damian Williams. The issue that I have, though, is that Cordarrelle would be better for PPR. I don't know how much.
Yeah, is it? It's a standard league, huh? For me, it's probably just Ramondre and Rashad Penny.
Yeah, Ramondre's like against the Dolphins.
Because Ramondre carries that touchdown upside, where I don't feel like Cordarrelle Patterson carries as much touchdown upside, and then I think that Mike Davis. I mean, he can get some goal line work, but I don't know. They do a lot of fakes and a lot of little like Lamar Jackson stuff. I don't know. I'm just not feeling the Mike Davis this week. I think that there's other options that'll be better. I think Ramondre Stevenson and Rashad Penny will suit you the best. They have the best floor and possibly the highest ceilings.
I don't know. I might run with Davis instead of Stevenson just because of the matchup.
Because is Stevenson's matchup really that bad? I mean,
I don't think the Dolphins are a great matchup, but Mike Davis got the Jets. Like that's, you should get some touches there, still.
Yeah, if they get ahead early, then he'll get some runs. But
they signed like Drake so late into the offseason that it's like I don't know if he knows the full playbook yet. So like,
Deontay Johnson officially active.
16 most points running backs last season, so I guess they're kind of middle of the pack.
Mike Davis, I'm really curious what he's going to do.
Yeah, definitely. I would steer probably clear of the Patterson for sure. The only way I would ever consider Patterson is if it was a PPR. But
exactly, yeah. I don't think Patterson's worth a play with Damian Williams around.
Well, and like you mentioned, the Saints too are always tough. I expect them to be down pretty much all season long.
The Saints linebackers, man, they put a hat on the football every time. That's just how it is. They
really
play like disgusting.
It's really just lock in Penny, even though the Broncos matchup probably isn't the best, but like he's going to get the most volume out of all those guys, and then Davis and Stevenson you could choose your pick from. I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on it. I feel like Davis should be the best play against the Jets, and I don't think Kenyon Drake would be a full workload. Like I think they're definitely going to split, but it's tough.
Like Ramondre is just like a better player in general. I think is why I want to lean towards Ramondre.
No, I feel you. I think that like Davis will have more. You said more like touchdown chance or upside, but I feel like the Ravens,
that's probably 50-50. Yeah.
Ravens will get into the red zone pretty often against that Jets team. I think so. I'm not sure.
Who knows, man? Who really knows?
It's a toss up, man.
Jets team is a new man.
You don't like that new one we fucking played against them in preseason. It was preseason, but
yeah,
like
preseason.
Dog shit.
We talking about preseason. We talking about practice. Bro, I feel like my face looks so distorted on your camera. It's all skinny and messed up.
Dude, cause like I can't like.
You like shrunk it down. And
I try to shrink it to the best I could, man. But it's just weird.
What's up, Taj? How you doing, baby? Pick 2 for standard: Christian Kirk, Marquise Brown, Robert Woods, or Robert Woods.
What are you trying to make that into?
Like Rondell Woods, Rondell Moore. No. Christian Kirk, Marquise, Robert Woods, MVS. So a lot of people are pretty high on MVS this week. I am so nervous picking a Chiefs receiver like out of that group.
I mean, you're just throwing a dart and hoping he fucking gets a long bomb touchdown is all you're doing.
Exactly.
I would probably go with Kirk.
I lean towards Kirk and Marquise.
Yeah, Marquise is like lock for sure, but
Marquise should get like, I mean, it's standard, but Marquise should get like eight catches for, a decent chunk of yards.
he can still take the top off the defense. Kirk is a little bit more risky, I feel like, in a standard, because I feel like he's more of a PPR guy. But
Robert Woods, I'm never playing this week.
Yeah, no, because Kirk's just a better option than Robert Woods at this point. Because I just feel like you pay a guy that much money to come in and be your number one guy, like he's gonna get some targets, especially against the Commanders. Woods, I want to see what they do first against the Giants. It's not obviously it's a good matchup, but I just really don't know what that offense is going to be like, and they're going to run the ball a lot against the Giants. So
my dad asked me this morning. He said Christian Kirk or Michael Thomas, and I told him Christian Kirk. So,
well, that's interesting.
I think he's still going Michael Thomas, but we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, I feel like the MVS, like you wouldn't play MVS unless you're really reaching deep, like.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of MVS overall, because if Aaron Rodgers couldn't give him the ball, then who else could? Good morning, Sam.
Sam tapping from us from the other room.
Sam. I'm trying to trade Sam Saquon Barkley, but she's not making the move yet, and I'm trying to see what's going on. Breakfast sandals. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, I'm so ready for some football, man.
You making breakfast sandals for all of us or just for yourself?
She said, you. I'm making you breakfast sandals.
Okay.
Focus up, Kyle. Standard 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, Mike Williams, Mike Pittman, Sutton, Penny, Pierce.
I feel like Taj doesn't even need to come to the YouTube channel, bro. He just asks all the questions in Discord, which is totally fine. It's just funny because it's like, I think he gets that 24/7.
Dude, I'm sitting Penny and well, I'm probably sitting Penny and Pierce here.
I mean, you definitely have to start Michael Pittman and Mike Williams, and yeah, I think I'm sitting both running backs.
Sitting Penny and Pierce. Penny, he's probably just going to get injured by the second quarter.
Honestly, if
Damian Pierce, too much of a question mark, but he could pan out like long term.
Damian Pierce just has like limited upside, I think, in my opinion. Penny, I feel like if the matchup was better, then like I might go Penny if I really felt like, yeah, Seahawks are playing
On the Broncos, right?
The Seahawks were playing like the Falcons, then I might be cool with it. Yeah, but I don't know. Whereas I think Sutton has just as much upside as Penny. Like, you might as well just take the receiver.
Can you guys try to convince me to play Saquon Barkley over Terry McLaurin? I need the convincing.
Saquon's a beast, man. As trades in Discord starts with something there. All right, I respect that.
That's a good idea, Tosh. That's a good idea. Eagles or Titans D? Eagles secondary looks good, right, Kyle? But Titans may be low scoring.
That's a fucking tough one because yeah, I like the Eagles defense this year because I think we're gonna do great, honestly. But
do fantastic as long as they don't underperform.
The Lions aren't even like that bad of a matchup either, so it's like I don't even like. It's just a good play, but the Titans against the Giants. They should
eat. The Titans should eat.
They should, but how good are they?
The Titans' defense is actually pretty strong, like as far as points.
I mean, based on last year, but I don't know enough about the Giants this year yet.
Nothing's really changed. Just they're predicted
they had
to
a
do
guy
nothing.
That got injured too. I don't know. Trying to see if I can fix your distorted head.
My distorted dome. Yeah, because I'm looking at it on Discord and my face looks totally normal, and then on the stream I'm like my face is all messed up.
I think this is a little better.
It's definitely better. It's not great, but it's better. It looks fine on the stream and then like on Discord, and then I look over at the YouTube and I'm like, oh man, my head looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Well, like the opposite of one. Looks like Jack Skellington.
It's because like.
Alright, I put Saquon instead of Terry.
Oh, there we go. I mean, Saquon against the.
I hate it, dude. I freaking hate it.
I don't know. Let me look up the Titans. I mean, the one thing, I guess by the end of 2021 season, the Tennessee Titans ended up with the top ranked run defense in the league. So that's one reason to not play Saquon this week.
But receiving touchdowns for running backs are doubled. So that's my one thing. If he gets one receiving touchdown, he's worth playing.
Yeah. You guys are playing the Jaguars, though, too. So that's like such a good matchup for Terry. It's a tough one, man. It's close. Like, I believe in Saquon this year a little bit, but...
Well, I'm trying to trade Saquon this morning. I want to see if I can get Joe Mixon or Swift. Saw the Bears field. It's horrible. They're literally trying to mop up water off the field. That's disgusting. And it's sewage water, right? Or is it something else? Bro, they're gonna have to play somewhere else, bro. Chicago's nasty.
Yeah.
I gotta see a picture.
Dude, that Eagles. I'm still on that Eagles Titans defense one, man. I don't know.
There's like nothing in the news about this field thing. I'm like trying to find it on Google and it's like, nah. Whatever. If you got a link, hit me with that link. I'm trying to see it. Oh, man. Look at all this.
I think you just go Titans defense, dude. I think. Pretty sure. But
I'm going Titans over Broncos this week.
Are you? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one either. I feel like those are all good ones, dude. Like Broncos, Eagles, Titans. You can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah, Fantasy Pros is saying Broncos 97%, and I'm like, it's not that far apart. There's no way.
I mean,
PPR, one running back
is pretty shitty.
Geno?
Geno's not good.
I prefer Geno over Daniel Jones any day of the week. Any day of the week.
If you're trying to like win a game, yeah. If you're trying to put up stats, I feel like Daniel Jones can still put up a little more stats.
Maybe rushing yards. Josh Jacobs, Nico, Penny, Stevenson, Burks, Wandale.
I mean, Josh Jacobs is definitely a one for your running back spot.
He has to be.
I almost want to put Burks in that receiver.
I mean, it's Burks or Nico. I'm not playing Wandale.
I'm not playing Nico until I see him do anything.
I think I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, Burks has more upside early on, and then Nico, we'll see what happens. I mean, Nico could absolutely kill it this week, but it's like such a risky play.
Especially, like, the Colts defense is decent, too, whereas the Giants defense...
Yeah, no slouch.
Yeah.
Giants defense, I'm not nervous about at all. Yeah.
And I think you just put Penny in the flex just because upside, like, or volume. I think that he offers way more floor than the rest of the guys there, so I'm just going to go with floor on that one.
The clip on the Bearsfield Fox Sports. Okay. Nice. So I'll check Twitter. So Jacobs, Burks, and then one flex would be Penny. Yeah, I'm going Penny, Burks, and Jacobs there.
The Bears.
Oh, Bears. I mean, is that a game Oh, there it is.
I mean, I see that the Bears are like, it's raining, but I think it looks good now.
Oh, it's more on the sideline and everything.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like the water's off like to the side a little bit in the article I'm looking at.
New turf at Soldier Field getting good soaking today. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think it is kind of more on the...
Dude. So much water.
It's not too bad though, right? Oh, they're like fucking shoveling off water off the field.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Gonna have to swim for first downs today.
What game is that again? They're playing Bears and
I don't know. That might be a fade.
Niners, dude. Oh,
That might be a fade, honestly. Like, maybe take Debo out your lineups.
I'm pretty happy that I took the Niners off. Like, I picked the Niners originally for my weekly like survival league, and then I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I should just go with the safe like pick. I'll just go Ravens. I mean, obviously the Niners should be pretty safe too, but
I have three picks. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. Oh, so excited for the new season, man. What's up, Chris? How's it hanging?
Sean's like, my question as he types it all out.
My question is... Dun dun dun. Dude, that's actually hysterical. I just answered that question like 3 seconds ago. My dad asked me. Yeah. I said Christian Kirk. That's where I'm at. Michael Thomas is officially starting, but I'm just so nervous, man. He's been injured for the past like 3 years. He hasn't done shit, and it's not good, man. I want to see Michael Thomas come back and be great. I don't believe it yet.
So here's the thing, like, I feel you, but Michael Thomas always does good against the Falcons. So if he's even like half of this, like, is healthy and he's out there playing, he will have a great game. So I would rather just play Michael Thomas this week and then see what he does for you, and then play Kirk next week. Because he's got Tampa next week, which is just a little tougher. And then Kirk next week.
God.
I don't know. I'm just going with the super high ceiling. I feel like Michael Thomas offers a gigantic ceiling.
I think they both have a high ceiling. I really do. I think they both have a super low floor and a super high ceiling.
I mean, yeah, Thomas no longer has Breeze, but like, well, I mean, even if Winston has 4 picks, he could still put up 4 touchdowns. I mean, we've seen it. He used to lose games, but
oh, Sean said he was leaning Kirk. He said he's leaning Kirk.
Kirk, no. Kirk is the safe play if you want to go super safe, but like,
I told my dad to play Kirk, and then he said that he's probably playing Michael Thomas. So, so we'll see what happens there. I'm not sure what the right answer is. It could go either way, but I have a really good feeling about Kirk over like any of the other receivers on that team.
I'm gonna look back on that one at the end of the day and see if I was right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good question. What's up, Jared? How you doing, man? Been some time.
It's been a little
Sam,
bit.
Sam Trigg, welcome. Antonio Gibson or Travis Etienne, full PPR. For me, I'm going Gibson this week, but as we get down the line a little bit, I think that we're probably going to start swinging towards Etienne.
So I think I'm going to go Etienne, but I love Gibson this week as well. So
Gibson's going to get that play time this week because of Brian Robbins, or because Brian's out, and
I don't think you can go wrong with either, but I think they're both fantastic plays. I think I'd still just lean Etienne a little bit.
Yeah, they're both playing against dog shit defenses, so unfortunately. Now, Washington has potential, but yeah, it's not that great.
Trey Lance will
win the Super Bowl. Sorry we didn't probably give you a conclusive answer, but I don't think Etienne's a bad play either, but I'm just leaning Gibson as a homer probably.
Nah, Commanders just scare me, man. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, you never know.
I have faith in Gibson today. Like I'm playing in one of my line. I have like Montgomery and a few other guys. I'm playing Gibson over those guys for him. But I think Etienne's
If he fumbles,
a hair
if
bubble.
Gibson fumbles once, Gibson's not going to see the field for the rest of the day. Just know that. And I don't think he'll see it for the rest of the season. I think if he fumbles one time today, he's done. Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray? Who's Kyler playing? Cardinals and
Chiefs, I think.
ooh, and Russell Wilson's playing against the Broncos. Oh no, he's not. He's on the Broncos. Playing against the Seahawks. I'm just playing Russell.
I think I'm playing Russell.
I think I'm playing Russell. I don't know if I like it, but I'm not a big Kyler Murray like truther.
I mean, they're both good options, but I think Wilson, revenge game, shitty defense you're playing against. I don't know. I just feel like it's a recipe for a decent game, but there could also be a lot of rushing. That could limit his upside.
Yeah, I agree.
Ertz is playing, but
Is Ertz playing? Did they confirm it yet?
I'm pretty sure.
He was questionable all morning.
I mean, I think he's still questionable, but they said he's likely going to play.
Remember when probable used to be like an injury designation?
Probable, yeah.
That was a while back, wasn't it? That was like a couple years, 3 years, 4 years.
And
They had probable, questionable, doubtful, and like out.
Yeah.
And then they took probable away and they just put questionable for everything.
It says Cap is likely to play in week 1. So like I'm pretty sure he'll play if he's likely.
Yeah. Cardinals expect Zach Ertz to play. J.J. Watts missed today's game. That was 6 hours ago, and then there's another one 5 hours ago. Likely to play against Chiefs. Ertz managed to get limited practice.
I was never a big fan of James Cook just because I feel like people want him to be something they just not. There's just too many.
Roblox Elite Racing Network. Let's see. Rodgers, Henry, Jacobs, Renfro. Read this line. Aaron Rodgers, Henry, Jacobs, Renfro, Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis, I like a lot now. That first game kind of made me happy. I didn't start him in one of my leagues, and I felt pretty stupid for it. Elijah Moore, I'm nervous about. They have like so many weapons, and not a lot of like. I don't think they're gonna have like a good total number of passing yards. That I don't know how much of workload he's gonna get. But aside from that, I kind of like the lineup. I'd probably go with a B minus.
What did you say? Like with the how many people are in it?
Oh, I guess that's a great question. Yeah, how many people? If there's 12, I was assuming 12. I would say like a B minus to a B. If there's 10, then I would probably say a C plus.
Yeah, if it's not a really good 10-man team if it's 10 men, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm assuming 12 men.
I don't know. Could be.
It's funny. I could typically figure it out in my head just by.
It might even be a 14.
It could be 14. Yeah, 12 is what I was assuming. Big play bonuses.
I'm not a huge Red Folk fan. Like I think people are like really 50-50 on him. They think that Devontae Adams coming over is going to get him even more target shares because he's going to be more open. Blah 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 blah. But I think that's not the case. I think that he just eats up 25% of target share. Waller's still there. Then Renfro gets some scraps, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
He said there's big play bonuses though, so I think with that in mind, I give it a B. I think that you could contend for playoffs, and then once you get there, it's just going to depend on how those guys perform. But like to start, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I can see both ways for Renfro.
Play it.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. And then Moore, I'm not quite sure on either. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, James Cook. I don't know if he's gonna do anything now that that fumble happened, and he didn't look great when he went out there for the regular season. And I don't know.
So the Mooney Kirk question I want to answer real quick too, because I feel like that's just a clear cut Kirk for me. Mooney's not even.
Especially. So I just agree that it's clear cut. I don't think it's clear cut at all. I think that those players are freaking dead even. But who are the Bears playing again?
The Niners, and they're also playing that rainy ass dog shit stadium.
Yeah, I think because they're playing in that rainy ass dog shit stadium, I'm just going with Christian Kirk. But I think that Mooney could have just as many yards as Kirk and just as like good of a performance.
He could, but I just feel like Kirk has the same.
You've hated Mooney all off season, so
I'm not a big believer. I don't like that. I don't like that offense, and I like Kirk. I feel like if you're going to pay him the big money against the Commanders, like I just feel like he'll be the
we have one of the
guy.
We have one of the worst pass defenses in the league, so I get where you're coming from.
I just feel like he's safer and offers the same upside. I guess is my point. Like he could do better than Kirk. I'm not saying he can't, but I think the like odds are in Kirk's favor.
Dak Prescott felt like something popped in his foot this week.
What the fuck? That's not good.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, they said they took him in for x-rays and everything looked normal, and they're like, okay, well, I guess he's fine. Hopefully, so what do you guys think? I've got Ertz and Gesicki in one of my leagues, and I need like a big week out of my tight end because I didn't accidentally play. I played Stafford, and it kind of killed me. Do I play Ertz or do I play Gesicki? I'm leaning towards Ertz because of his upside. But
I still play Ertz.
Yeah, but it's like that injury kind of scares me a little bit.
And yeah, the James Cook. I watched a YouTube video on James Cook, and it was like how he's a terrible draft pick for like Dynasty round 1, and like how people are reaching, and there's so many players he should be taking above him, and all this stuff. They like a whole like background profile thing on him. I don't know. I just ever since that video, I was like, nah, I'm not a big fan. Like he's not going to do anything this year. So we'll see. Definitely start Murray over Wilson today. Interesting hot take.
Yeah, not starting any Bears players. I wouldn't mind that at all. You guys playing Saquon or Terry McLaurin? I'm at a loss here. I've been looking at this all morning. KC Arizona going to be a shootout. I think you're right, yeah. I'll stick with Ertz for now, and then we'll see what happens.
Bro, these sandwiches are the smallest little sandwiches you've ever done seen.
I mean, I knew Buffalo's defense was going to be good, but honestly, it was... The Rams' offensive line was absolute ass. They didn't play good at all, and that's not going to fare well for them going into this next year. Like, unless their offensive line can figure it out and start making plays, then Rams are going to have an issue.
The sad part is I think one of their linemen actually got hurt for like 4 weeks or something on top of that, like after the game. So
yeah,
that's not good.
It's not good. It's not good at all. They need some help quick. They need to start making some calls because that game was embarrassing.
Yeah, I forgot how much. I didn't think their line was going to be that much weaker. Like I knew it was going to be weaker, but I didn't really take that much into consideration.
Oh man, what a day. Saquon or Terry, man.
I mean, that was kind of my reasoning when I was looking at the quarterback question, Kyler and Wilson. But like, I feel like Denver could easily just smash the ball all day. But I don't know. I just feel like Wilson should still get some points there. And I don't know. Kyler, that offense just really doesn't have that many weapons. It kind of scares me a little bit.
Hey Sammy, if you're still watching, it's last chance to get that Barkley trade. I gotta remove that just in case. I'm gonna shoot her a text too, just in case. I'm trying to trade Barkley this week.
She said delete it.
She said delete it. Damn. Keeping my guys. All right. Well, Joe Mixon's gonna have a terrible day. I'm putting that curse on you right now. You got cursed. You got cursed. Trades revoked. Alright, we're starting Saquon. Gotta stick with my guys.
All right, kicker's a little weak. Let's do it.
The kicker I've been picking up in every league is Will Lutz. Will Lutz pretty much went undrafted in every single league that I was in, and I think he's going to absolutely kill it this year, and I think he's going to kill it today against Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Evan McPherson and Justin Tucker.
It's a good idea.
No, I was always...
I mean, I'm pretty much playing those guys if I have them. You know, Tyler Bass I'm playing, or I played. But,
yeah, I mean, I like Carlson, I like Buckner. Buckner. I like Greg Joseph is one of my guys. Guy always was good. Young Hoku's not terrible. Blankenship isn't the worst. And yeah, if you mentioned Will Lutz, I'm also a fan.
I literally just sent my sister a trade trying to get Joe Mixon for Saquon, and then my dad just followed up in a dynasty and offered me Mixon for Saquon, and I'm like, I don't want, or offered me Saquon for Mixon, and I don't want Saquon at all.
I mean, that's not enough value there.
Yeah, I'll take Mixon all day of the week.
Mixon's supposed to be a higher draft pick than Saquon.
Yeah, I'll stick with my Mixon. Would you guys do Adam Thielen or Lazard for Scary Terry? Oh, Adam Thielen and Lazard for Scary Terry? Like, get Scary Terry? I would do that all day of the week. Thielen has sneaky upside. He actually could have a better year than Scary Terry, but I think Scary Terry has, like, such a safe, like, season floor. Maybe not like a week floor, but like a season floor. And this week, I would do, if you're going to do it, I would do it this week before the games start, and I would play Scary Terry rather than wait a week, because this is one of his best matchups of the year.
It might take a little bit for the league process, though. I think Thielen's matchup is really good, too.
It depends on the league. Like, I'm in a bunch of leagues where it'll process immediately, but if you're on Yahoo and you're doing like a standard prize pool league, then it's going to take like 75 days to get a trade done.
I think I would definitely do that because I feel like Lazard's not going to be shit this year. So, I mean, you're basically trading Thielen for Scary Terry pretty much. So,
yeah, I think Lazard's trash.
I mean, if Lazard couldn't get it done while Adams was injured, why would he get it done now that he's no longer on the team? I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
And there's better free agent wide receivers than Lazard, in my opinion. Like, you can find a free agent in almost any league that's better than Lazard, unless it's like, I mean, if it's a dynasty, then yeah. Or an 18-man league like we have. I have 2 18-man leagues this year.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't do that decap league with us, Kyle.
Thought about it, but it's just, I don't know, one too many leagues, man. One too many.
I mean, that's an easy one, though. You just get eliminated and then you're done.
Yeah. That's true.
No, I'm going to be a question mark this week. There's a chance that I get eliminated. I accidentally misclicked and drafted Trey Lance after drafting a great quarterback already, Tom Brady or whatever, and so ended up with 2 QBs in the first 5 rounds of an 18-man league, and that doesn't really do much. I was trying to draft Drake London and then misclicked and grabbed him, so then I had to go Drake London on the wraparound, and then I couldn't get a tight end in time, and so then like 4 tight ends went off the board by the time that my next draft pick happened, and I ended up stuck with some trash, hot garbage.
Yeah, I remember that was interesting. I think you have a chance though. Your team still isn't bad. Real quick too, he said he doesn't have a solid wide receiver too. I just want to put that out there that I think St. Brown is a beast. Okay, bona fide stud. He'll be your wide receiver 1 by the end of the year. Pittman will be your wide receiver 2.
That's a good point. I'd probably start Amon-Ra before Thielen this week.
So
I don't know if I'm assuming that's what you're doing, but Oh yeah, starting receivers. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, Amon-Ra's fine. He'll be a good play this week.
I mean, I'm thinking just flex. Like, I love the flex of Thielen or even Scary Terry. Like, I think both
I
are
love
great
having
flex.
Pittman, Amon-Ra, and Scary Terry though. Isn't that like a sick?
No, that sounds pretty good. You play
That's
them
a
every
sick
week.
combo.
Like,
You have Scary Terry, it's absolutely safe, and you have Amon-Ra, who's like your boomer bust candidate.
I don't even know if he's boomer bust, but I feel you.
He's boomer bust in that there's still some risk associated with having him. Like
Yeah,
Amon-Ra could come out this year and then just be like nothing for the team.
I feel you.
I don't think that's the case, but
There's some slight chance.
if he does what I think he's gonna do, then he's not boomer bust. He's just boom every week. But
It's just boom, just straight boom.
he's just boom. He's a boom candidate. That's it.
I think he'll be the guy that's drafted in the top like 3 rounds next year because he just did so good this year. So that's my like.
That sneaky.
I don't
that
want to say
sneaky
he's a
pick.
sleeper because he's not a sleeper, but like he's my go-to.
He's kind of a sleeper though, honestly,
Kind
for
of sleeper.
how he was drafted this year.
Yeah,
He was drafted like a player that's not going to do much.
yeah. The risk was baked into his price.
Yeah, it was so nice. It was so
fresh and
sweet.
so clean.
And I still don't think I have any shares. That's the shitty part.
I got like 1. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Because I wanted peak value for him. Like I wanted to get him like in the right spot, and then every single time it didn't pan out.
That
Like
and then also there was guys around there. Like I think Chris Godwin was in the same area, and I was like, "Oh, Chris Godwin's just steal this draft. I got to get Chris Godwin." And so I went.
I
Chris
still
Godwin.
think he's a steal. I still think he's a steal.
Godwin.
I'm not playing Godwin this week though.
I'm playing him in one league, but the other league I'm going Michael Thomas.
Every time that Tampa has said that like Chris Godwin's on a snap count, like in the past, he's been dog shit.
Did they say he was on a snap count?
Yeah. They said this week he's playing, but he's on a snap count, and that scares the shit out of me. Because Tampa, when they say snap count, they mean snap count.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. It's like Godwin on a snap count, Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I'm just still probably going Amari.
There's no one else I really want to play. I think it's either Amari or Godwin. To be honest.
This week I'd probably just go Amari. It sucks that.
Carolina gave the 6th fewest fantasy points last season. I think I'm just going with the upside of like Godwin. If it's just the bed, just the bed.
I think he probably sneaks away with 60 yards this week. So it's not. I don't think it's going to hurt you.
The thing is,
he could get a touchdown.
I have 17 points from Buffalo and 25 from Cup, so I really don't even need much from him. If he gets like 8 points, I'm good.
Yeah, I feel you.
Then he still has the upside.
The fear is that he goes out there and doesn't do anything because they seem pretty confident in Julio and they seem pretty confident in Mike Evans. So, whatever. I don't know. Sammy said James Conner, Deontay Johnson, Jalen Waddle, Brandon Cooks, George Pickens, pick 3. Definitely James Conner. Definitely Deontay Johnson. Now the question is, who of the other 3 are we going with here?
Well, you could drop Pickens to the waiver wire.
I would not drop Pickens to the waiver wire, but
I know, I just meant the waiver wire of this question. Like, just get him out of this question.
I mean, I don't get him out of the question for sure, but I'm pretty much. I mean, if you're starting Deontay, I'm not starting Pickens too. I want to lean Brandon Cooks, but that just feels gross. Waddle did really well last year, but with the addition of Tyreek Hill, how does that affect him? Does it benefit him? Does it hurt him? Does it not change shit? It probably doesn't change anything. He probably just does the exact same thing that he did last year. But
I think that he's still good, but I think this week I will go with Cooks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the Colts defense matchup too much, but I like it a lot better than I like the New England matchup.
Yeah. Waddle has some good upside, but yeah, Cooks I think is.
I like Waddle.
He provides a nice safe floor.
Just not against New England. New England was like, they're always tough, man.
I really want to finish this sandwich, but it's kind of sticky on the teeth.
It is. That's why I had to get some water after.
Yeah, I took like a bite, and then all of a sudden, like it was just like I had like a casing around like my entire teeth.
Well, you know how I always get it in like the corner too. It's always bad.
Oh man, I have so many rosters. I went to the multi-league assistant, and it's like every single player is listed. on Fantasy Pros.
I mean, you can't lose then, right?
So I've never had a Kamara share until this year, and I have 5 this year.
You've never had a
All it
Kamara
took
share?
was no.
Interesting.
All it took was him smashing somebody's fucking eye socket in for me to pick him up. I was like, that's the value I needed for Kamara. Start Warren Davis for the upside and Renfro for the safety. I think Renfro has a shit ton of upside, though. He's like a big play guy. Like, that's why I liked him. I don't necessarily know what he's going to do. Like, I mean, I guess he could just have 8 receptions for, like, you know, X amount of yards, but I don't know. I feel like he can get a pretty massive play at the same time. I'm not sure how they're going to use him this year with Devontae Adams coming into town. They're probably still going to use him pretty heavily, but I don't know like what kind of routes they're going to be putting him on. Julio Jones clocked the fastest time of any player on the team during training camp practices.
I mean, last year he was just Mr. Reliable. Like, Waller was out and there's nobody else, so they had to just force feed him the ball. He was a slot receiver.
Yeah, you're right.
But they don't have
He's
that.
He's the Edelman of the team.
But they don't have to do that this year. They don't want to.
Yeah, I love me some Renfro. I like the play, but I just didn't know. I want to watch him play.
I'm not. I can see both sides of it. Like, I kind of stay away from the Renfro because I feel like there's better guys in that area that I'd rather take on my team. But
You playing Drake London over Amari and Treylon or no? I think Drake comes out swinging.
I mean, it's a toss-up between Drake and Amari. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't really play Burks when you got Drake.
Yeah. No.
Like,
exactly.
Burks could have a better week, but it's just Drake is the one that's touted as the number one. He's supposed to be, you know, crushing it this week. Even like should be the main piece of that offense aside from like Pitts.
Okay, so let me show you the guys that went around Hunter Renfro. Hunter Renfro went at the bottom of the 7th in this draft that I'm looking at here. Kareem Hunt went after. Rather have Kareem Hunt.
Me too.
Demi, Pierce, and Penny both did. You can make an argument for either.
I don't want Pierce, but in the 7th round, that's not bad considering he was going 4th round towards the end.
Yeah, Adam Thielen was like a whole round later. Godwin. And then you have Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson if you did another quarterback already. Christian Kirk went round 9. And Amari Cooper also went round 9. Bateman went Marquise Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, London. I mean, like, a lot of these guys are pretty much guys I would rather have over Renfro. Michael Thomas went round 10. Damn. Yeah, see, that's...
I feel like you're going to say Juju Smith-Schuster for this next question, but I think I'm definitely going Chase Evans. What are you thinking?
Chase Evans and Juju?
Yeah, I think I'm going Chase myself, but...
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Juju this week.
Chase Edmonds has such a nice floor, and then this week we get to see what Juju's capable of, like with a different team. He had one good season, and that was pretty much it. And I want to see him do it again. So I'm probably just going Chase this week for the floor, and then go from there.
Yeah, end of the ninth isn't bad. If all those guys are kind of gone by then I guess that's if Renfro's remaining, he's remaining. But a lot of people were drafting him so early, dude. I don't know.
There's a few leagues I had where he was getting drafted pretty late.
Yeah.
Because of like that fear of Devontae, especially early. Like the earlier you drafted, I'm pretty sure the later Renfro was going because everybody's like, "Oh, Devontae's there. Devontae's the only person that can get targets now." Like they freaked out and overreacted, and then as like the off season progressed, then Renfro started moving upwards a little bit because people were remembering what he did last year.
Mr. Soap.
Like 200 point league, 200 point guy, he can do it.
Oh, I hope everything's going for you, going good for you too, man.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a long time.
The problem I have with Chase Edmonds is the fact that he's going against New England, Baltimore, and then Buffalo. Like that's a rough 3-game start, man. Like I almost just rather go Juju because of the matchups, you know? Like Not that like New England is the hardest in the world to go against, but I think week 1, if you wanted to go with floor, you would pick Chase Edmonds, but if you wanted to go with ceiling, you would go with Juju. 6-man league. Oh my god.
God, a 6-man.
That's hilarious.
I was looking at this tweet this morning from some fantasy pro guy, and he said that he did a league this year that was I think it was 6 teams, 5 quarterbacks starting per team, and that's it. And just for fun, they made quarterback tackles 1 point or 25 points. So if a quarterback gets a tackle, he get 25 points, and Stafford had a tackle week 1.
That's hella funny. That pissed me off so much.
I know. Imagine losing to somebody because their quarterback got 1 tackle but had a shitty week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out Sam's question. I don't know, man.
Jared, you have a good one too, man. Good luck. Pierce,
Andre.
Edmonds over Juju. ... Edmonds over Juju. So he's saying Edmonds over Juju. Yeah, that's tough, man. I don't know. I kind of don't mind Juju this week is my issue. I like him, but I don't. And I also...
Damn, I would just go Miles Sanders.
I don't think Brees is going to be good early on in the season. I think
I'm not playing Brees this week.
Yeah, over the course of the season he'll do all right, but not yet.
I'm playing a lot of players over Brees this week.
Brees is a guy you want to buy like halfway through the season when everybody's giving up on him, and then he'll come in for the last part of the year and do good, just like most rookie running backs do.
I mean, the Jets are coming out and saying that Michael Carter is going to be their starter today.
Yeah.
They've literally already said that. So it's like, why go Brees when he's possibly going to get 10 carries max, and who knows what he's going to do with those carries? Like, I would say even 44 yards would be good for 10 carries, but it's like 44 yards is not what you're looking for in a fantasy back. So why do it?
Miles Sanders is the guy this week for you.
Miles Sanders is the guy for you, Sammy. Yeah.
Brees Hall, I like. So Brees Hall was like a dynasty guy and a guy that you're drafting for the back half of the season, but people overhyped him and redrafts and drafting him in like 4th, 5th round, and that's just way too high for me. That's why I didn't like Brees this year. It's not that I don't like Brees in general. I just don't like him this year for a redraft. Like when you could just get better value.
If I think Robinson is actually going to have a hell of a day today, but I can't in good conscience tell you to play him, because not one expert would ever tell you to play James Robinson today. So I'm just going Miles Sanders for the safe floor and calling it good.
I don't know.
He's got a great matchup. Well, I mean, it should be fine.
I don't know how much James Robinson's going to play, because like he coming back from injury, he should be good, but you never know. They might not want to push it. I don't know.
I don't like Etienne at all. So for me, I think that the cream rises to the top. James Robinson is my Darrell Henderson candidate for this game 1.
Your Darrell Henderson candidate?
Yeah, my Cam Akers sucks balls. It's going to be Darrell Henderson, and then everybody's like, no, it's got to be Cam Akers. Etienne is my Cam Akers this week.
Oh, I know what you meant.
But you got to go Miles Sanders.
Especially when it's the first game of the season and Miles Sanders is actually healthy.
Yeah.
Against the average.
Against a shit defense. I mean, This is a great defense for running the ball. Doing work league Brees could be good. Robinson is Etienne. Antonio Gibson or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Antonio Gibson for me. Clyde Edwards-Helaire doesn't even see the field.
Yes, it's probably going to be Antonio Gibson every single week, to be honest.
And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a drop candidate for me. I do not see him doing anything.
Clyde is dog shit.
I think Pacheco takes the lead back role within 2 quarters.
I'm not even that big of a Gibson fan. I like him this week. I love him this week, but actually I like him. There's the first few weeks this year I think are actually going to be good for Gibson. But After
Yeah,
that, I'm not the biggest fan.
I'm not the fan of Gibson season long at all, but yeah, like you said, like first 3 to 4 weeks, I think he's fine. If he fumbles the ball at all, you're screwed because the coach is just going to pull his ass. I don't think the coach cares about winning the game at that point. He's like, we can't have fumbles. He's like Belichick when it comes to fumbling. He's like, if you fumble the ball, you're not going to see my field. And Gibson has had a problem with that his entire career so far.
The funny thing, I was gonna say I don't even like Gibson that much, and I'm still taking Gibson every single game over Clyde, no matter what. But we'll see as the season goes on. We have time.
Mama is now a subscriber, Kyle.
Oh shoot! The fact that she wasn't for the first 3 years is just really upsetting.
Oh man, so excited for the year.
5 minutes, man. Take Montgomery or Stevenson. I think you just got to go with Montgomery. The weather calls for Montgomery against the Niners. I don't know how well he's going to do. I don't like it that much, but I also don't like Stevenson that much until we see what they do with that backfield.
I'm going Montgomery right now.
Stevenson very well could have a better game.
Well, Montgomery is in that nasty Chicago field.
But that might bode well for him. Like, you never know how that works.
It might, yeah. Field is super wet today. The drainage system's not working at all, so field's completely covered in water. Ramondre Stevenson has a nice touchdown. I like Dave Montgomery, man. I've been a Dave Montgomery fan like all offseason. Like, I think he's good for 1,000 yards, no problem, and probably like 1,200. And then he carries a little bit of receiving upside, but not much. Like, he's not a bad back. Ramondre has that touchdown upside, but that's pretty much all he carries.
Well, he's got some PPR upside now too, I think, but I just don't. I have no idea how they're going to use those backs, and I really don't like picking New England backs if I don't have to, you know. So I think Montgomery drafted higher. You drafted him to be kind of the guy. It might not be the best conditions, but that might be okay for running back. You probably wouldn't want to go against SF your first week, but again, I mean, I don't know. It kind of is what it is. Like, I think he's got more guaranteed volume, and at that point, I just go with volume.
Yeah, Oh, Trey Sermon's inactive week 1.
Oh, no, no way.
Not Trey Sermon. I was surprised by the Algier and the LaVisca thing.
Remember what we're here to do.
Kyle hates James Conner. I love James Conner. That's what we're thinking.
I like James Conner. I just don't like him at that price point that you had to pay this year for him. Because
I think the price point is because he's so safe. That's why the price point was there.
He's got touchdown upside for sure. The reason is he's just always had injury problems his whole career, and like
Not last year.
Not last year, which is exactly why this year he's fucked.
That's the gambler's fallacy, Kyle.
I mean,
that's the gambler's fallacy is what you're saying right now. You're like, hey, you know, I won 3 times in a row. That means I have to lose on this next one, when really the odds are still 50-50.
yeah.
It's like playing blackjack, and every time you're like, well, I guess I gotta. It's like doing the martingale strategy, bro. You're out here doubling your bet because you lost, and then you got to double it again because, you know, if you win that one, then now you'll get your money back, and then you lose again, and you're like, well, I have to win the next one, so I'm gonna double it again.
But you're drafting a guy at like peak value. Like, he has to perform, or you're not getting a return on your investment.
I mean, you're drafting everybody in the first 4 rounds at peak value. That's just how it goes.
No, I know, but like, okay, he's
What you draft him at dog shit value?
He went ninth. He went ninth pick, second round, right? CeeDee Lamb went after. Saquon Barkley went after. Deebo Samuels went after. Javonte, Tyreek Hill. I mean, those are guys. All those guys I want more than I want James Conner. And quite frankly, Fournette went after him in this one. So like, I'd rather have Fournette. Elliott and James Conner are where they're like equal. He's like a hair above Elliott, barely.
We only got 2 minutes to answer this Ryan H question here. It's Stevenson, man. It's so So Stevenson over Patterson, but if you've got Dave Montgomery, then I'm just playing Dave Montgomery over Ramondre Stevenson. That's kind of where we're at. It's like Patterson doesn't offer that safety that Dave Montgomery does, so that's why you know, I would go Stevenson over Patterson. Patterson looked great in the first 9 weeks of last season, and then all of a sudden he just tapered off, and he didn't do much for the rest of the year. I won my league by sitting Patterson for like the last 7 weeks. I was like, thank God.
I really want nothing to do with Patterson in any format, but if you're gonna have Patterson and play him, it would be in PPR, and it's standard. You just don't even want to look that direction.
Yeah, PPR for sure, because he'll get some looks.
He would have to have like a really one-off, like a catch for 40 yards and a touchdown to even provide you value. Like, and I just don't see that happening. But I guess we'll see.
Dude, I'm so excited for this season, man.
I'm not the biggest fan of Stevenson just yet, because like I said, I don't know what that backfield's about. He has upside. I don't hate Stevenson, but he's not somebody I want to start this week if I can avoid it, just because I want to wait and see. But I think in your scenario, you just have to do it.
You give it a go.
Give it a go.
In all of my DFS lineups this week, I went with Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. So we'll see how that fares for me.
But like I said earlier, I think personally I go Mike Davis over Stevenson. Barely. But it's close.
Yeah.
In a standard. Just for week 1.
So what time do the Eagles play?
I think they play right now.
So the Eagles play right now. Washington plays right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it in here on my computer. I already have the red zone thing up.
Nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it in the living room. All right. Well, that's the stream, folks. We didn't get a crazy viewership, but I'm glad that all you guys came back. If anybody's still around, good luck today, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, gonna continue coming on at 9 o'clock instead of 8. So
yeah, PST, Pacific Standard.
So good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.